So I had some free time, and with COVID going on, I have an abundance of free time. So I thought I would do another video about the latest addition to my collection. I picked this up online, and it just arrived last week, and I thought I'd talk about it because they're pretty unusual. Most people have never seen one of these, and if they have, most people don't know what they are, so I thought I'd go through it. So, if you've seen any of my other videos, you will be familiar with this, my pocket watch. Here we are. It is a Ball 435 from about 1950, and yeah, so what I'm going to talk about is not that. I'm going to talk about this thing here, which, like I said, I picked this up on eBay, and I've been chasing one for years and years and years and years and years. They're surprisingly, they're both easy and difficult to find. They're fairly common if you know what you're looking for. The problem is that they're also pretty expensive. I mean, and that was why for a long time I never bought one. I just couldn't find one in a good enough condition, in a style that I liked, which I could justify spending the money on. So what we have here is a Chatelaine Fob. If you're familiar with antiques, you will know what a chatelaine is. Most people are familiar with ladies' chatelaines, which have the belt clip, and then you have all the chains hanging off with all the bits and pieces, scissors and thimbles and needles and pocket watches and measuring tapes and all that kind of spectacle cases hanging off. If you're familiar with Downton Abbey, the housekeeper, she wears a chatelaine. Mrs. Hughes, she wears a chatelaine. If you look at her outfit in the TV series. Anyway, this is the male equivalent of the chatelaine. It's a Chatelaine Fob, and it works more or less the same. So I'm going to go through what we have here. At the top, we have the clasp. This is a simple spring clasp. So on the back, you have this here, and you just go like that. And then you slide it onto your clothing, and then you just close it like that. Then down here, we have the ribbon. The ribbon portion of the men's chatelaine changes quite a lot. You can have like chains, you can have here you can see it's all woven and braided and stuff like that. But the style's changed. And then here you have the little decorative cartouche, and at the bottom you have the seal, little fob at the bottom, which has a nice little engraving on it, as you can see there. So this and this should match. That way you know it's all original. And then on the back here we also have the watch chain. So this comes out, goes all the way down here to the watch. Most people who are familiar with pocket watches are familiar with double Albert chains, single Albert chains, spring ring chains, belt hook chains. Most people are not familiar with the pocket watch chatelaine, which is what this is, which is why I wanted one, because they're not that common, and online they're pretty expensive. $200, $300, $400. For something which, I'll be honest, is not even gold. None of this is gold. At best, this is like gold-filled, gold-plated, gilded brass. So, yeah. So how do you wear this? So basically, back in the day, this goes all the way back to like the 18th century, 18th, early 19th century. This is before the days of men wearing pocket watches with watch chains on their waistcoats. What you would do is you would get the clasp here, And you would clip this to the waistband of your trousers, or to your belt if you were wearing a belt. And the pocket watch here would go into your watch pockets, your fob pockets on your trousers. The chain would just hang down, and then the fob here, the ribbon fob, would hang down as well as a little piece of decoration. And that is how they were worn. They lasted in one form or another right up until the early 20th century. I believe they were still making these in the Edwardian era, early 1900s, up until about, I would say, World War One. And then that was when pocket watches started to die out, so they stopped making these. But, you know, watch chains are really common. These, not so much. Like, you can find them on eBay. If you're lucky, you'll even find it for a good price. But they're usually broken, missing pieces. They're missing the chains. They're missing the clasps. They're missing the fobs at the bottom. So if you do buy one, you have to be really careful. You have to, inspect every single little piece, make sure it's all there. And the chain clips to the back like this. So when it's being worn, it'll go up over your waistband and hang down like that. Anyway, that's my little pocket watch, Chatelaine, and I just thought I would share it with you. Just a curious little piece, because, like I said, most people are not familiar with them. They've never seen them, never heard of them. I didn't even know what they were called until a few years ago. I stumbled across them while I was browsing on Google, and I thought, oh, I'd actually been chasing one for a long time, but I didn't know what they were called. And so when I saw it, I was like, okay, now I know what it is. I'm going to go hunt for one. And this is what I ended up with. There is a small article which I wrote on my blog if you want to go and have a look at that. I will leave a link to that in the description below. If you're interested in antiques, I also have a profile on eBay. You can go and have a look at that as well. There'll also be links to that in the description below. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, yada yada yada, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Thank you very much for watching.